Hello people, today I'm going to do a quick review on the Kyokai Senki, or War at the Border, Bunyip Boomerang. This one is from the COO Forces, a military organization belonging to the COO from this faction, which is Confederation of Oceania. I haven't seen the show, so I don't know much about the division of forces. But this is supposed to be like a popcorn type enemy, a mass-produced, easy, cheap, manned unit. So that's what this one is. It's in 1/72 scale, and it is a blast to build. It took me less than an hour to snap build it. I didn't clean up too many of the nubs, so if you see any, that's why. Most of it is that really soft plastic from the 30-minute missions line. All the gray that you see is all that soft plastic, and the green is the harder polystyrene that they normally use for gunpla. Now, onto the review. So, like I said, this one is a real fun one to build. Really fast, really easy build. You snap together the legs first, the waist, then the body, and the little head. The head actually does come out and is articulated, which is a nifty little thing. Just comes out on two of the rotating pins. So they just kind of sit on that ball joint in there. Same thing on the head, so you have that level of articulation. And now I messed it up so that I can't get it back in. Fun times. There he is. Okay, so that goes back in there. Sits in nice and snug. The legs are extraordinarily long, so you have a lot of options as far as how you want to pose that. This one is supposed to be like regular transport mode, or you put it like this to be in like high speed mode. You know, that kind of a thing. It does stand on its legs, so you can it's really lightweight, so you can actually pose it in a lot of different ways. Those little spindly things will actually carry that little thing up there. It does have some arms, some sub-arms there, little guns that deploy out from the side. Those are pivotable, and they are mounted on a swivel there too. They can move up and down as well. And then they hide here when they're not in use. Nice place to store them. And it looks nice and tight. You know, they can still use it for shooting if need be. The other thing that is included in this set are these transparent pieces. I think, yeah, they go this way. And the reason for those is because he's supposed to walk on his heels when he's in high mobility mode, so that helps him balance a little bit more. If you need him to move forward, he's got that to help him put his weight on. The other thing that it includes, besides another one of those, are these little jabbers. I'm not exactly sure how well used these are going to be, except for maybe versus other mobile suits, or AMAIM as they're called in this show. But these come off, meant to represent these guys here. So it comes out and it's just a little tiny arm, probably in conjunction with the gun, so you know you can kind of poke and stab at the same time, or poke and shoot at the same time. They come off rather easily. That's probably the weak point on this set, is that these will come off rather easily. I haven't had them fall off on me, but I think that potential is there. There's not a lot to this. I mean, for articulation, you do get the head that I just showed. These arms move in and out. This waist articulates here, so you have a revolve, you know, a rotation here. Revolve. This moves up and down, which does have a little like a suspension type gimmick there, so that's neat. These can rotate as much as you like. No limit there. These ones also can rotate as much as you like, so 2 rotations on that. This is a very sturdy leg. You have a double joint at the knee, so top point here, bottom point here, and then the heel is just a single. It's a cylinder that slides through that hole. Here you have a cylinder that rotates this way or rocks this way, and then rocks this way as well. So you got quite a bit of motion as far as what the feet can do. That does fold up like this, and you can compress him back down to his folded state. Overall, I think he's a really cool kit. I think it's too expensive for what it is. I paid $30 for it. I'm not sure that's the actual retail price. I wouldn't buy another one at that price. Maybe if it was $20, I'd buy another. I would love to have an army of these, but like I said, $30 is way high for the price point as far as what you're getting in the box, because the only things you have are these little jabbers and the little suspension parts so that he can stand up straight. That said, I'm not hating on him because he is a really cool looking kit. It was a very fast and fun build and very different from other things that you might be building in terms of Gundam or even Mecha Musume like I do, or even offshoots of that. Like, I haven't built a kit that's like this. I mean, the only other thing I can think of that has anything like this is the ATK girl, Vermilion Bird, who has similar features with the legs and how they're layered on top of each other. And even that's more complex than this. So, I mean, if you want something simple and easy that's still different than anything else that you've built, this is definitely one I would recommend. It does come with a lot of information on the unit. So, I mean, if you look at the instructions here, Bunyip Boomerang tells you a little bit of a history of it. You got the patrol mode and then the combat stance. Some of the varied poses that you can get out of it, how tight it can fold in, and then there's even more in here. So, I mean, it's nifty. It's nifty for sure. And it does have a pretty neat artwork on the cover. Probably nothing to write home about. If you've ever built a Gundam before, you know how we are with our artwork. But if it was a cheaper thing, I would definitely buy more of them. Honestly, it's a really cool looking robot, and I'd want to have more of them in my collection. That said, with the price point where it's at right now, I think you're paying too much. I would not buy another at that price. Maybe if they go on sale, we'll go for it. The other kits they have in this line are a lot bigger, a lot bulkier, and I think they're more worth the money in terms of what you get in plastic and engineering than what you do in this one. So go for the other kits for multiples if you want. This one I would say pass unless you really unless you want it. And like I said, it is cool, so if you're a completionist, just buy it for the sake of buying it. It's a really nice looking mobile suit. Thank you for watching my review, and we'll see you next time.